listening and welcome back to The Nest. I am your host, Maureen Waititu. As usual, we have an interesting topic and it's all about parenthood. You know, when you go to the hospital and you bring your baby home, there's something they never really tell you. Things really change, and chances of falling into postpartum depression are quite high, especially if you do not have the right support system, or if you had a traumatic birth, or the factors around getting your baby are a bit difficult. And there is hope, and it can always be turned around. I'm a victim myself, and I learned it with my first child, and so when my second baby was coming, I was able to deal with it. Anyway, today is not about me because we have an amazing guest, a young mom, a young queen, and our expert of the day who will take us through the whole journey of postpartum depression, how to avoid it, and how to take care of the person who has it. But before we start the show, kindly watch this video and we'll see you just after it.
Postpartum depression, abbreviated as PPD, is a complex mix of physical, emotional, and behavioral changes that happen in some women after giving birth. These changes can happen after the birth of any child and not just the first child. Fathers are not immune to this condition, as some of them also suffer from it. Research suggests that 1 in every 10 women is affected by PPD. Some of the symptoms of postpartum depression include severe mood swings, excessive crying, difficulty bonding with your baby, withdrawing from family and friends, intense irritability, diminished ability to think clearly, feelings of worthlessness, panic attacks, and thoughts of harming yourself or your baby. There's no single cause of postpartum depression, but physical and emotional issues may play a role. Some physical changes after childbirth, like a dramatic drop in the estrogen and progesterone hormones in your body, may contribute. Lack of sleep, anxiety, loneliness, and self-image may also lead to postpartum depression. Other risk factors include a family history of depression, bipolar disorder, psychological stress, complications of childbirth, lack of support, or drug abuse. Untreated postpartum depression can last for months or longer, sometimes becoming a chronic depression disorder. Postpartum depression is treated differently depending on the type of symptoms and how severe they are. In some instances, talking it out and making time for yourself to do what you enjoy, as well as getting enough sleep and eating healthily, may help, while for others, counseling as well as antidepressant medication are other ways to treat postpartum depression. Today, we look into this overlooked condition and understand it properly.
Our guest today is a young mom, a beautiful queen. Ironically enough, her name is Queen, and she's been through it all. Postpartum depression, postpartum psychosis, of which we're going to learn more about it later. But for now, we want to hear her story, and I'll allow her to introduce herself. Hi, Queen.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Could you please introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Queen Withe Mwangangi. I'm 24 years old.
Yes.
I'm a student at the University of Nairobi. And I'm also a mom of one beautiful baby girl.
Yes.
Well, my daughter is 2 years old.
Great. What's her name?
Zahari Mwangangi.
Zahari Mwangangi. What does Zahari mean?
Zahari means God has remembered.
Oh, wow. And I believe God remembered you through her.
Yeah.
So tell us more about your motherhood journey. I can tell that you're a very young mom. How did it all start?
In the year 2015, that's the year I met the father of my daughter.
Okay.
By then I was in form 3. Yeah, I was in form 3.
Must have been 16, 17 years old?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we dated until 2019.
Okay.
But in between 2017, I got my first pregnancy.
Oh, okay.
But unfortunately, I lost the baby.
Oh, okay. Sorry to hear that.
Okay. And in the year 2018, I was blessed with Zahari.
Okay.
That's when I got pregnant.
Yes.
I think, I don't know the month. Feb.
Yes. Maybe somewhere there.
Yeah.
Valentine's.
Yeah.
Yes.
And 2018, November 20th, I was blessed with Zahari.
Okay.
I gave birth when she was under age and underweight.
Okay.
The months were not 9 months, but
Okay.
7 months.
Oh,
7
okay.
months.
Tell me about that. First of all, how was the pregnancy and how did the baby come early? What was going on with your body, your mind? How was the pregnancy in general?
The pregnancy was smooth, but in between there were some challenges.
Okay.
The vomiting,
Of course.
stress, depression.
Yes, yes.
And I used to watch those YouTube of women delivering.
Yes.
That pushed the depression.
Oh.
And
okay, so you're saying every time, it's okay. So you're saying every time you know in your pregnancy, you would go on YouTube and you check women giving birth, and then that's when you felt like the baby came early because of the anxiety caused by that. So how early did baby Zahari come?
7 months. 7 months, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, not for 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was the delivery for you? Did you go into normal labor? Did you push baby Zahari? Can you recall that day?
The day was, actually it was not the best of the days.
Okay.
The pain. Oh my goodness.
Yes, labor pain. So you went into normal labor?
Delivery.
Okay.
The labor.
Yeah, what do you remember? Did your water break? Did you start feeling the pains? Did you end up in hospital immediately?
The water did not break.
Okay.
Actually, they induced.
They induced.
Yeah.
So how did they induce? So you went into labor and then you went to the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay. Could you just tell us, because we were not there, but it would be really nice to know how your delivery story was. Because like I remember mine. I especially my last born, I went into labor, and then I actually, my water broke, went into labor, and gave birth. Simple. But for you, it came in early with your labor pains, and then you went to the hospital, and they had to induce you.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had to induce me because the pain was unbearable.
Okay.
It was becoming more and more, and I was becoming weak.
Okay.
Yeah. So, the labor lasted for like 24 hours.
Oh wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, 24 hours. But that time I was in pain.
Okay.
I was crying. I was just, I don't know. I felt as if I was not myself.
Yes.
Pain.
Yes.
And unexplainable. Something which you can't describe.
True.
Yeah.
True. I know.
So at around 340, 350, I gave birth to Zahari.
Okay.
And after that, because of the trauma from the labor, I was not able to remember myself, to correct myself. Yeah.
What do you mean you were not able to remember yourself?
Like I just lost my mind.
Oh, your consciousness?
Yeah.
Okay. The
next moment I opened my eyes, I was at home with a baby. I don't know where the baby came from. My stomach is not there, so I was wondering if I'm myself or it's someone else.
Yes. And it's very normal for a mom to, especially a first-time mom who hasn't been around many babies. After you give birth, it's a very confusing moment because you give birth and you're like, wait a minute, there's a little person here, tiny thing crying, and it's no longer in my stomach, so it's surreal.
Yeah.
How was that for you when you woke up at home?
At first, I was confused.
Okay.
I was confused. I was not even remembering anything about pregnancy.
Okay.
As in, I didn't even recall anything. I just used to touch my stomach. Then I'm wondering what happened. What happened to my stomach?
Yes.
I didn't understand what was happening to me. Yeah.
Okay. And who was there? Someone at home who was helping you take
My
care of the
mom.
baby? Okay.
Actually, my mom is the one who was reminding me that I have a daughter
Okay.
and that I should breastfeed the
Okay,
kid
okay.
and that I should hold the baby well when breastfeeding.
Yes.
Because I would even breastfeed when she is sleeping, then she's vomiting with nose, mouth.
Yes.
Sometimes she cries, then I just stand at the other side because I didn't know if she was my baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And so fast forward, baby Zahari is here. Already I can tell from the minute you gave birth to her and you woke up, and maybe the next few months were quite difficult for you. Yeah. Was it not for your mom? Yeah. So did you know if at that moment you were depressed, or what was the feeling? Were you confused? Or just tell us how you were feeling.
For me, I think I don't know what I was feeling. Like I was just confused, confusion, stress. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
I was stressed because at first
Yes.
I didn't want to eat food.
Okay.
When I see food, I'm crying because I don't know how to remove the food from the body.
Okay.
Then second, I'm wondering on how to carry the baby and where she came from.
Yes.
Because I didn't even know how to handle her.
Right.
Because I think since I was born, I've never held a baby.
And here you are holding your own baby.
Yeah. Even I was fearing kids. I didn't want to.
Right.
Hold, yeah.
Okay. Just walk us through everything. When you're unable to breastfeed, why you wondering, now I can't even breastfeed my baby, and how long did this go on for?
That confusion lasted for 6 months. Mom would make me sit down, then talk to me. She would sometimes tell me, this baby is not even mature. You should handle the baby with care.
Yes.
You will kill your own baby.
Yes.
Then she cries. I can see the pain, but I don't understand what's happening.
Right, because you're also confused.
Yeah. Then I think after some time the dad came. Then he just started making jokes to me. Ulisikia uchungu.
Okay. Could you tell us about the dad and how he was in your baby's life? How was that? Was he there when you went into labor, or after how long did he come home?
The dad was there during the pregnancy period until I gave birth. Even the day of giving birth, he came with friends to pick me up in the hospital to take us home. I think so. Yeah, that's what mom told me, because I had not even mentioned if he was the dad. But mom then concluded herself that he was the dad.
Of course. Okay.
So he has been good dad, but unfortunately, when the baby was turning 9 months,
there were issues.
Misunderstanding.
Okay. So here we are, baby Zahari is here. You've had a long period of confusion, and ideally this there's something called postpartum depression, and it's clear you went through it. And they say, I remember at my own time when I was trying to learn, they were saying that it lasts 6 months, but because the hormones have to come out of the body. But you can see it went on and on and on for you. Yeah. When did you start feeling like yourself? What? Just explain to me, as a mom, when you have this little baby, and even how the baby was. Like, was she growing well? Were you going to the clinic? Did you talk to anyone about it?
Well, when I started breastfeeding, I think, I started breastfeeding after birth. I think after birth, immediately after birth. Is it after? No.
Yes.
When I gave birth, she was given the
formula.
Yeah.
Yes.
Until I gained conscious, 3 days when I was at home.
Yes.
So I think from there, I started having those hormone changes. Then it ruined my face.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. After my face was ruined, I was not even able. I had no even confidence in myself. I couldn't even take myself to take the baby to clinics.
Right.
So the dad used to come for the baby. He takes her to hospital for clinics. Then he brings the baby back.
Oh, wow! On his own.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Keep at it.
Yeah. Until when when I stopped breastfeeding. I stopped breastfeeding at 7 months because I was not even producing enough milk.
Yes.
Yeah, because of the depression, stress.
Yes. And nutrition.
For the 7 months, I was not going outside because I had no confidence in myself.
Yes.
Because of the face, like I just felt I'm a monkey.
Oh no. Okay, so that really lowered your self-esteem.
Self-esteem.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus the depression, the trauma.
Yes.
Even I could fear going to the toilet because of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because what was it making you feel?
I don't know. Like as if I will.
Things will fall apart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and all this came from the trauma of delivery, not even the pregnancy.
No.
The trauma of delivery.
Trauma. Yeah, and
okay, and how has your baby been since she was born?
The baby has been well, but we have been having the underweight problems.
Okay.
Whereby I take my daughter to clinic. The father takes the daughter.
Yes.
Then after they bring that clinic book, I can see that Queen is not breastfeeding the baby well. The baby is underweight severely.
Oh yeah.
So now, after those 6 months, 7, mom refused me to breastfeeding the baby because I was not even producing enough milk to strengthen the baby.
Yes.
So I was referred to public hospital.
Okay.
Whereby the baby was given supplements.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then she has been well.
She has been well, and I saw her picture earlier, and she's a very beautiful girl, just like Queen Mom, right? And I really feel so sorry about some of the things young moms go through, because at that time, yes, you were pregnant, you went through, so say the 7.5 months of pregnancy, no one teaches you anything, and unfortunately for you, you didn't even get a chance to be taught anything at the hospital, because during my time when I gave birth to my firstborn, I had to be taught how to hold the baby, put the baby on the breast and how to do it. Of course, it was very painful in the first few days, but then thank again for a lot of research and not listening to people, I was able to figure it out, and my baby breastfed for 1 year. And so the second time I became a mom, it was easier on us. But for you, it was just, baptism by fire. Yeah. What would you wish you knew now that, baby Zari is 2 years now? She just turned 2, a few months ago. What would you wish you knew at that time? What do you know differently right now?
For now, I know how to care, how to clean the baby, how to cater for the baby, how to know if the baby is sick, how to know when the baby is crying for food, when the baby is comfortable, when the baby is uncomfortable. Yes.
Wow. And obviously everything has an end, for you, when did you start feeling like yourself fully and you were like, Sasa, I'm myself, I can look back and look at my journey? When did that happen?
After 1 year, when the baby turned, during our first birthday, I met this man.
Okay.
Actually, he taught me how to love my own daughter.
Oh, wow.
Because myself, I was so stressed. Even I was starting to hate myself.
Oh, my, okay.
I thought I had given birth at my early age. I thought even I'd ruined my own life. There is no one in our family who has given birth. Like I'm just a total...
a failure.
Yes, in the family.
Okay. So your happiness came from this person who came into your life. Yes.
Sometimes they can call and tell me he wants to video call with the baby.
Okay.
So now he taught me how to be close to my daughter.
Oh, that's
how
nice.
to just love. Yeah.
So that's your angel. And now you have two
Savior.
angels. Safe haven, or safe heavens, whichever you like. And I'm so happy that you're able to share your journey, especially with other young moms, because our program is always about reaching out to moms who do not have any information through real life stories like yours, to show that indeed you can be downtrodden, you can have a difficult time, because nobody ever really prepares you to be a mother, and then overcoming it, because you eventually overcome it. And it's okay to embrace your journey and to feel, to not feel like a failure, because we learn along the way, you know. And it's very brave of you to be here and share about your journey and to encourage a mom out there. All right. So this is always interesting. This is always wonderful, because we are always learning something about parenting, and today's topic being postpartum depression combined with a very young mom who gave birth at the age of 22, and she didn't know anything. And this happens all the time, out of not knowing who is failing us. Is it the hospital? Because when you go for clinic, nobody tells you, hey, there's something called postpartum depression that could come with it. When you give birth to the child, how are you going to breastfeed this child? What happens to your body? How do you curb the self-esteem? Who should support you? How do you do these things? I feel like there's a lot of information that need to be given out to every mom, especially first-time moms, whether they are young or old, because no one is born with a manual. This is a topic I dearly and sincerely identify with, because I went through it myself with my firstborn, and it was horrible. It was very similar to Queen's story, but then my second time I was more aware, I was able to get out of it. And again, what we're preaching is there's no shame in embracing being weak. There's no shame in not knowing. That's why we have the nest. And so we're going to take a short break, and we'll come back with our expert of the day, who's going to give us his professional perspective on postpartum depression, what we can do to avoid it, and what we can do to support that mom who might slip into postpartum depression or psychosis or all these manners of depression after giving birth. Keep watching.